Captain Rex had been speaking with his friend and superior, Obi-Wan Kenobi, about the current situation with the brainwashed clone trooper deserters. Well, Rex, you do seem to be in quite the pickle, but I think I can help you out a little bit. The minds of these clones are being twisted by the Force, but their former selves are still in there, just suppressed. So we just need to break them out of the grip of the Force. How do we do that, sir? Well, some sort of jolt or shock should shake them out of it. Like a blaster stun shot? Yes, that would work. Set your blasters to stun when shooting fellow clones. They will of course be knocked out for about a day, but when they awake, they should be fine. Excellent, sir. I'll gather the 501st. Thank you. Rex gathered some of his top officers to explain the plan. Alright, gents. We need to get our boys back. We all love Echo and the men serving him, so we'll do anything to help. This means taking a bit of a risk. We have to set our blasters to stun. I know it'll reduce accuracy and it's not always effective, but it will take our clone brothers out of this trance that they're in. We're gonna first attack the outskirts outpost of the Mandalorian Plague Tribe. But after that, we're going up against their super fortress. So gear up, boys. Let's get going. Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, back with another episode of our Star Wars Deserters series that we have been working on. And today, Captain Rex is going to try and get his boy ARC Trooper Echo back. So he's taken a large division of the 501st Clone Trooper Legion, as we can see right here. Quite a number of these boys ready to roll out. And they are going to be going over this bridge and attacking this Mandalorian / clone trooper compound over here. So the Mandalorians, of course, have these brainwashed clone troopers, if you've been following the last two episodes. And Captain Rex has discovered that a way to rescue these clones is to stun them, thus jolting their brain out of this brainwash from the Sith Lord who did it to them. So Rex is going to be attacking this compound, hopefully taking it over, but that's not where it ends. Then he has to cross over no man's land here, which is filled to the brim with Mandalorians and brainwashed clones, and he has to make it over to this other compound over here and take this over too. So he's got a lot of work cut out for him and a lot of ground to cover. However, this is not even it. This is just the preliminary defenses of the Mandalorian Super Fortress. So if Rex manages to take this over, then in the next episode, we will have Rex besieging the Mandalorian Super Fortress that the Plague Tribe owns. So it should be really interesting. I'm super excited to get this battle going. Be sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy. It lets me know if you would like to see more of these. The response to these episodes of the Star Wars Clone Deserter series have been great, and I really appreciate it. So let's shoot for, I don't know, 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. That's a hefty cost, but we'll see if we can do it. We'll see if we can make it happen. Either way, guys, let's get this going. I'll be right back. Alrighty then, fellas, let's get this thing going here. Remember, since this is the Clone Deserters campaign, I am allowed to control the clone troopers if I believe that they are in need of a little bit of assistance, but I am trying to minimize that as much as possible. But it's really just to keep the battle going if it stalls out, that kind of a thing. Alright, so Captain Rex marching on forward. He is not taking the lead. He's got a body in front of him, you know, just in case some blaster shots come through. It kills his lieutenant before him. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But they hopefully do have their blasters set to stun because they don't want to be killing any clone troopers. That would be horrific. But maybe for the Mandalorians, they can you know, switch it to lethal for a little bit there and, you know, blast a few Mandos. However, the standard clones, let's keep them alive. There is a machine gunner actually directly in front of the bridge, like the first clone who's probably going to resist these other clones marching on forward. That's going to be a doozy because that is an absolute funnel right here, and he could potentially take out multiple troopers. Maybe we should just like...
We're proud to serve you,
Alright, Rex.
Clones,
Splinter off, Rex. We're just having Rex dip right there. Oh my god, look at this. That's gorgeous. That is a gorgeous shot. Ooh, that might be thumbnail worthy. Alright, here we go. First shot's getting fired. I am very glad I dipped Rex out of there because already tons of clones going down in the very front lines. There's not a lot of room for them to spread out here. I mean, they're just kind of going to have to take the hits as they come and try and beef it out. But they did take out those first few defenses of clone troopers over here. There's a second machine gunner right there, actually. He's sprinkling some fire. He gets headshotted right there. Gets taken down right quick. You hate to see it. Or you love to see it. Depends on who you're rooting for, of course. Yeah, a bunch of clones in these early defenses going down, but they did their job and they took out a plethora of the attacking clones with little to no problems. I'm looking for Rex in the sea of blue, but I am just not seeing him. Hopefully he's still alive. I think he is, because we kind of dipped him out of there just to make sure he wouldn't go down too easily. A few clones are making it off the bridge here, but they're getting chopped down pretty readily here. Yeah, look, they're going up here onto this rock, trying to get a little bit of high ground, shoot down onto the other clones that are over this way. But there's just a lot of clones over here, and these guys are managing to get quite a bit of fire out as well. There's a couple of Mandalorians over here too, which doesn't help because the Mandalorians have just such hefty weapons. That's Rex. You know, Rex, you gotta... Yo, back up, Rex. Back up, buddy. Get back, Rex. We're gonna put him on no move mode. I just don't want him dying during the battle, you know? There's no point in him just getting popped and not participating in the rest of the battle. Clones gotta have their leaders, and you know, if Rex were smart, he'd understand the importance of morality and morale to clone troopers, and having a leader fall before their eyes, it's not good for morale. I mean, sure, he might be a martyr for this battle, but overall, it would be a horrific loss for the clone troopers. I do like their strategy here, though. They're splintering off as they exit the bridge, not staying too clustered together, and also trying to take this high ground over here. Although it's a very costly position, it is a very valuable position. It is going to allow them to kill a lot more troopers than if they were on flat ground. And clearly, they've taken some hefty losses in doing so, but I think it's given them the advantage against these static defenses over here, and they have, as a result, managed to kill quite a number over there. Let's see. So Rex is now right there, chilling. Very good job, Rex. Finally, following my orders. And the rest of the 501st is sort of dispersing amongst the rocks now, getting to these tank traps, stuff like that. You know, doing good stuff. They're stunning all these other clones, so hopefully these clones will still be alive. But as they awaken, they will no longer be brainwashed, which is beautiful. That's exactly what we want. However, the brainwashed clones are really killing 501st clones, so it's a little bit of an imbalance there. It would be really cool if we could set a timer to, like, clone troopers in this. So, like, say, for example, if you were to stun a clone trooper, then maybe, like, 5 minutes into the battle, another clone trooper spawns in, but on the opposing team he was before, to sort of simulate how they're coming out of the brainwashing and then contributing to the battle itself. That would be so sick, but sadly this game is not, you know, in-depth enough to actually make that happen. So, we gotta live with what we got, but that's okay. That's alright. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do, you know? Either way, clones coming full on in here now and actually attacking this first military base over here. Some are also splintering off to the right over here, and that's because there are still a ton of clones just sort of scattered throughout the rocks in no man's land over here. And I think these guys will fall rather easily, but they're doing a nice job of distracting Captain Rex's main force right now. Maybe getting a pick here or two on the clones, you know, getting a few kills. But in reality, it's splintering their forces and not allowing too many troopers to go and attack the main base, where, of course, the Mandalorians would like to hold. So it's a very smart move by them to scatter some guerrilla tactics over there and distract from the main objective, really. I'm seeing a lot of clone bodies over here, but the problem is it's both 501st for both sides, so I don't really know who's good and who's bad who has died. Actually, we could check. Wait, let's check it out. Yellow are clone deserters. Deserters, of course, in quotations, because they're just brainwashed. And red are dead clones of 501st Captain Rex's Legion. So, I mean, yeah, a good amount has died on both sides right in this wheelhouse area here. But luckily the Captain Rex clones are getting some kills on the interior base positions over here and stuff like that, keeping them suppressed too, which is of course key to a battle. We all know that. Suppression is so important. Oh, a bunch of clones making big moves over this way. I think those are deserters right there, actually. Oh, they definitely are. That guy just got absolutely noggined by this clone deserter sergeant right there. There's a lot of clones going off into no man's land over here. And not nearly as many going towards the military base. This is actually a really good strategy when you think about it, because of just how it's working. It's just working, you know? That guy does finally go down, though. And now it seems like, is the military base way over here able to shoot him? No, not even the DC-15As, which have a very good range. But these guys over here are able to start shooting at him. So I guess we're just having two simultaneous assaults going on right now. Half of Rex's forces going this way, half going this way. This splintering, it's not good. It's not a grand strategy here, but it's happening. It is happening. Oh gosh golly. Not even everyone's off the bridge though. There's such a bottleneck here. It's like traffic. It's like rush hour. Oh, there's actually a bunch like hugging these walls. They might be able to like mountain climb over this way and get a nice flank, but there is this platform over here too that could shoot them. So that'd be a little bit risque. It would be tricky. I think these clones would have a better idea of just, you know, going onto these rocks over here and firing in. That would probably be pretty smart, but yeah, I'm gonna let them continue to soften them up over here, and if I need to interfere a little bit and, you know, drag these guys out of their cover, then so be it. We can do that later on, but for now we're gonna let them continue to do their thing. Over here, Captain Rex's men continuing their big assault over here on the second military base. At this rate, this military base might fall before the other one does, in all honesty. And there's a bunch more Mandalorians actually at the second one than the first one. I did not set it up like that on purpose. However, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. Like, the Mandalorians probably would want to be as safe as possible during this battle, so they wouldn't want to be in the first military base. They'd rather be in the second one. So they station the majority of the clone troopers that they brainwashed in the first military base, and then they man the second one. So, makes a lot of sense. Not to mention the Mandalorian Super Fortress, which the Plague Tribe overtook from the Death Watch in the last episode, which is Captain Rex's final destination during this whole thing. That's probably full to the brim with the majority of the Plague Tribe, because the Plague Tribe hired these soldiers, well, hired in quotes, they forcibly made them join their army through Sith brainwashing in order to minimize their own losses. You know, no one wants to go to war with their own people. That's devastating. You know, additionally to bolster their ranks as well and get more troopers to outnumber their enemies. Actually, during World War I, I can't remember what they're called. They're called like friend companies or community companies, town companies. It's something like that. But essentially, the English used to allow entire communities of young, you know, war-age men to form their own legions and battalions and things like that, so they'd all fight together simultaneously. However, World War I being the devastating conflict that it was, there was a few battles, like the Battle of the Somme, I don't know about I think the Ardennes probably. Like, there were some certain battles that entire legions or battalions would be wiped out, and so the home front was left, entire communities were left with no young men left alive, and it just devastated them. So that was soon outlawed. I don't know if it was outlawed during World War I or if it was outlawed after World War I, but either way, that sort of practice stopped. However, in theory, those legions work quite well. I mean, you look at the clone army as a good example. You know, they're all quote-unquote brothers, and they all have close-knit relations, which makes them sort of more accountable to each other and makes them fight harder for the Republic and things like that. And we even see this in things like the American Civil War. Legions of battalions in that war as well were made up of entire communities of people who came together. You know, it'd be like an entire county from Massachusetts, like Middlesex County had their legion of troopers And so they all knew each other. They were all growing up together and things like that. So when they went to war, they fought even harder because their loved ones were involved in the battle and could potentially be dying. So, I don't know. It's just an interesting thing, you know, that happened during wartime. It's crazy. All right, so this is not going too hot. Let's go in slow-mo here. First of all, we're going to do that thing where we start to just cluster troopers together into squads, because oftentimes that just makes the AI a little bit smarter, and they work as a unit rather than as single troopers. So let's squad up some of these fellas. Oh, there's a bunch still on the bridge. That's funny. Alright, so squatting up. This legion over here who's attacking this Mandalorian fortress has significantly lowered its numbers. This attack is definitely failing right now, and I think the majority of the reasoning for that is that these guys over here are not helping out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call forward some of these troopers who are just hugging the walls like a bunch of dummy dum-dums, and we're gonna have them position themselves on these rocks, like I said would be a good strategy. We're just gonna have these guys move around. There's still a big choke point right here, and this is still a major problem, but if we spread out around the choke point, we turn that problem into a solution, because we have multiple angles we can shoot from a distance, things like that. So hopefully this helps out a little bit in the grand scheme of things, and Rex's soldiers can move on to the second fortress together instead of all dying right here. Okay, so we can go into normal speed now. We've got a few squads moving out into various directions, as you can see here. These guys crossing over the choke point almost directly. That's a problem, but it's okay, because there was a bit of a distraction over here. Oh gosh, golly. That's not good. You folks need to start firing, need to start covering fire for those poor chaps who got caught in the middle like that. Oh, it's brutal. It's okay, though, because now we've got cover here. We're actually suppressing these Mandalorians a little bit more. We're getting a few kills. Love to see it. Oh, they're opening fire, though. Oh, jeez. Oh, we're very clustered over here. Why aren't you guys using the cover I allotted for you? Oh, no. Oh, they're actually doing well, though. Yeah, they're overpowering. Okay, you know what? Don't use the cover. That's fine. Do whatever you feel's right. Do whatever you think is going to be good. Take a sip of water here. That's some good agua, boys. Remember to be a hydro homie and drink plenty of water. It is so unbelievably good for you. It truly is. Helps with digestion, clears up acne, clears up stomach problems, makes you less depressed, hydrates you. It's water is a magical thing, and it's delicious. It's delicious agua. Drink it. That's my big thing. Drink water. Be a hydro homie. Okay, so the military base here has been subdued mildly. This entire block of clones is now dead. Well, they're stunned. These guys up here have been taken out. These guys off to the sides were already down. These guys over here are getting subdued as we speak, which is great. These Mandalorians. If the clones can take these guys out, that'd be pretty big, because those Mandalorians have machine guns, so taking them out would be good. The major problem I would say right now is these guys over here in the barracks, and then also the guys on these platforms over here, who are starting to go down bit by bit, but they're still pretty alive. We need them dead. Kill them. Murder them! No, we're not murdering. We're stunning. We're stunning, of course. Keep forgetting my own rule for the battle. Use stun. One of the Mandalorians over here is down. There we go. They took out the machine gunner. That's pretty big. There's just one Mandalorian with an SMG. Those Mandalorian weapons are so powerful. They're devastating. Absolutely devastating. Alright, let's look over here back at this little assault that's going on. Still some troopers left alive. Seems like they're getting closer to the military base, which is certainly a good thing, but there's still Mandalorians and clones in their way before they finally reach there. I'd honestly suggest continuing to skirmish with them a little bit, but don't commit too much to a full-on assault, because these guys will die. They just don't have enough troopers. So if they skirmish, you know, deplete some of the ammo in the military base, maybe take out a trooper here or there on the ramparts and whatnot, you know, that's great. You know, keep that up. But don't fully commit to assault, because they will be squashed. They'd be better off just waiting for these guys to clear out this military base. And that is starting to happen, because they are pushing inwards now. Actually taking out some of the troopers inside the barracks and whatnot. Taking out that Mandalorian that was left alive over there. Oh yeah, they're pushing in majorly. This first military base is about to go down finally. They've taken out the majority of the troopers on this platform over here. There's only a few left, including a batch of 3 Mandalorians back there. Those guys will be lethal. Hopefully they can take them out without too much of a problem. This military base is definitely falling. There's actually a solid chunk of clones over here too. A couple indoors here. They'll be a bit of a problem, but I strongly believe these guys have this base on lock now. There was a few hurdles they needed to get over, but now they're making progress, baby. Heck yeah! Oh heck yeah! Oh good, they're killing these Mandalorians here. One pink boy left alive. A pink boy. Let's see. Pushing in this way. Oh, there's still one trooper in there. Next to the medical crates. Watch out. Oh! They're trying to talk him down, but he throws a grenade, so they stun him. Oh, but not before he gets a kill. Oh, God, the grenade. Okay, that guy was devastating. That guy took out a lot of troopers with that grenade. And there's 2 clones left alive over here. Actually getting a lot of kills on these attackers. One guy just got sniped over there. He spiraled to the ground. Holy cow. Stop attacking them from the same angle. You know, there's 3 points of entry. Go send some troopers this way, some troopers this way, and some troopers this way. But instead, they're just going this way. There we go. They finally got 1 kill on him. But my goodness. There we go. Finally. You lost way too many soldiers to that 1 trooper. Wowza. There's still 1 Mandalorian over here and 1 clone trooper over here. But these fellas don't seem to care too much. The assault down here, still a bit of skirmishing. Looks like these guys followed my advice. Very, very nice. Where's Rex? Is Rex still over here? Yep, Rex is still here. Rex, you can go on free move mode now. You're free to do whatever you like. Alright. Now, let's send, first of all, let's just clear the back line over here. Just clear this platform, guys. And then we're going to start, grouping our soldiers up and migrating them this way. Just to hustle them along, because if you let them dilly-dally too much, then they never go. They just never go. AI in this never follows commands that well. So let's just continue to send squads out. Squad out, squad out. Moving out. Roger, Dodger. Alright. Not a ton of attackers left alive. We've seriously taken some losses. But we've gained ground, and I'm thinking that this last military base will succumb with relative ease, I'm hoping. They're still at a pretty full power capacity, maybe 80% power compared to what they were at the start of the battle, but you know what? I believe in our clones. We got DC-15X trooper over here. Let's see if he can get some good sniper shots going. That'd be beautiful. Also, still a few Mandalorians and 501st troopers scattered amongst no man's land here, so even the exterior of the base still sort of needs to be taken, which is a bit tough. But, you know, they can do it. They'll make it happen, baby. They'll make it happen. The majority of the attackers seem to be migrating off to the right side. Very, very few off to the far left over here. In fact, there's still troopers in no man's land off to that side. But here's Rexy boy. Rex coming up with his own squad, trying to take these fellas out. Way to go, Rex. Absolute champion. I mean, no one's ever judged Rex for his bravery. Rex is one of the most brave and gutsy clone trooper captains. I even had to sideline him for the beginning of the battle because he was too gutsy. And here he goes again, being very gutsy. But he does have a squad of troopers backing him up, so we're going to let him do his thing. You know, only good can come of Rex going absolutely ham on the enemy. So he's off there. Meanwhile, the right side is still supporting from these tank traps, which honestly looks kind of sick. Clones hugging these humongous tank traps, trying to take out the enemies from a distance on this little hillside. It's sick. This is honestly one of my all-time favorite maps of the Clone Wars. It's so nice. It's called Balmorra Tor, if you're looking for it in the Star Wars Galaxy at War Mod Files. Top 5 maps, easy. Easy. The ramparts over here with the Mandalorians are still going pretty strong. They have not taken too many losses, and they've still got a bunch of gunners up here. But hopefully they can be taken out relatively soon. I don't know. Je ne sais pas. Oh, this rampart has been ravaged. It's really the right side that's still holding strong for the Mandalorians. As I mentioned, there's a ton of interior defenses, too, left alive, so clones are going to have to deal with that as well. This is a toughie. This is an absolute toughie. Oh, by the way, guys, while we're just sort of watching the battle unfold a little bit here, I did upload another video to Daily Thoughts. The first video I uploaded was just a meme song I made in my phone's GarageBand. That is unimportant. You do not have to watch it unless you would like your ears to be blessed by the sounds of the gods. But my second video I uploaded there was not really a podcast style video, but kind of. It was basically like an old school commentary video. It's kind of like me just talking over some gameplay, answering inbox. I got the idea sort of from Matimio, or Matimio, however. I think it's Matimio. I watch him pretty much only for his Sunday mailbox videos, where he answers gaming questions and gives advice to gamers and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be really fun to sort of do that on my second channel, Daily Thoughts. You know, and have you guys send me questions and I respond to them and stuff like that. So the first episode I did, I answered questions about YouTube and my tips for becoming a YouTuber and things like that. And I had a blast doing it. So I think I'm gonna try and do like one video of that a week on Daily Thoughts. So if you guys have any questions for me, send them to dailytactics@gmail.com. And I will try my best to respond to them and you know, do that whole thing. I think it's kind of fun, in all honesty. Oh, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry about that, fellas. My pops was calling me, so I had to take it because we are discussing Thanksgiving family plans, and I need to hear about this. So, I forgot what I was talking about, but it looks like that Mandalorian was just exploded, and Rex is leading the charge into the military base over here. There's not too many defenders left, in all honesty. There's about 6 or 7 troopers over this way, a few more over here, and then the final room over here, maybe 10 to 15. But the problem is Rex goes down! Oh, Rexy boy! Knocked out by his own 501st Clone Trooper Legion. You absolutely hate to see it, but his troopers are avenging him by stunning these guys and making them back into regular clone troopers, which is a beautiful thing. And more are starting to break through here, which is gorgeous. All right, continue the push, boys. I just hope they don't start turning around and walking back the other way. Sometimes the clones like to do that. There's not a lot of clones left alive, actually. Not that many. No, don't start moving backwards. Gosh dang it, we need to get this battle back and going. Come on, fellas. Go. Alright, well, we'll disperse a couple of squads, and that'll get the others back interested in the military base here. Alright, so we burst through here. There's a couple of doodads. We take them out pretty easily. That's not too much of a problem. Trying to burst through this way. There's a couple of Mandalorians and clones over here, but they're not able to upkeep with the amount of troopers we've got coming in. They do grenade us a little bit, which hurts us. Ooh, a couple go down right there. And then there's the final defensive area over this way. Clones and Mandalorians sitting behind chairs and whatnot, waiting for these troopers to come on through. Oh, that guy tries to break through, but instantly gets KO'd. A couple more come around the corner here, trying to burst through quickly, but no dice. This is going to be a pretty serious choke point. Oh, that was sick. That grenade, like, rebounded due to another grenade. That was nutty. All right, are the rest of the clones going to come in here, or, like... Okay, I'm just going to manually, like, tell them to, like, go to the doorway. I have a feeling they won't go in otherwise. Because they're kind of stupid. Stupid AI. So, yeah, just, you know, go over that way. Avenge your leader's fallenness. Your fallen leader. And there's also a bunch of troopers, like, way back here, too, who never came forward during that whole shindig. Okay. A couple more clones trying to enter on in here, but this is a pretty locked up space. Couple are up on these stairs over here. They could probably just yeet a grenade over the wall there. Oh, but instead they're going for the Big Daddy push here. One gets a grenade out. That was a lot of arc right there. Okay. I don't think that killed that guy. Oh, God. He just said this is what clones do. You mean suicide into a room with little to no strategy in the slightest? Oh, this is cringeworthy. This is rough. Alright, you know what? We're taking a little bit of control here. Start the grenading campaign, soldiers.
I don't think the general would approve.
Because y'all are getting slaughtered. Getting absolutely slaughtered. There we go. Yo! There you go. Hit a dude there. I think they're still alive, though. Yeah, we got a grenade again. Chuck it over there.
It's not an option.
Nice one. Good shot. Jolly good. What? Not all that. Who's he? What's it? Eat another one over there. Oh, that was not good. Ah! Oh, jeez. All right. You know what? Maybe we just need to yeet. You know what? No. You know what? Go up against these defenses and fire through that way. A brilliant idea. Meanwhile, we'll push in with a few more troopers over there, and then simultaneously a few troopers over here. You guys are not allowed to back off of your positions, though, so stay where you were. There we go. Now we're coming through, and grenades come in clutch, and bada bing. That's all she wrote. Beautiful. All right, guys. So, Captain Rex managed to take the preliminary outpost, but he's only got like 30 troopers left. That was some serious losses for this battle, and let's check them out here. So yellow are dead clones that are on Rex's side, and red are stunned clones from the Mandalorian. So, I mean, this was a slaughter right here. That was so bad. A few died over here, including Rex. He'll be okay. He'll be back in the next episode. A bunch died over here. That was pretty rough. And then back here, the absolute slaughter zone. This was so bad. And right here. Whew, this was a tough battle, boys. This is an absolutely tough battle. But it was very fun. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. Additionally, let me know what you think should happen next in the next Mandalorian Clone Trooper Deserters battle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.